It is live, yeah? Yeah, it's live. Um, you guys want to say something so we could hear if you're,
Hello, how are you guys doing? How's the chat? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your New Year's
Hey, you left out Christmas.
and Christmas,
Christmas ain't here yet, is it?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah,
I celebrate Kwanzaa, so it's okay.
Kwanzaa?
You do? Bill?
Happy Hanukkah, Christmas,
I
Kwanzaa.
celebrate all holidays if it gets me an extra day off of work.
Eric, you're missing.
I know.
Extra day off of work.
I've done said it. We'll figure it out next time. I can manually switch to myself, and then I have to switch this. I was doing this on Wednesday too, ever since I got rid of Zoom. Because yeah, with more than 2 people, it's $25 a month, and I don't use it enough anymore that it warrants that for me. And I'm about to buy a house, and I need to save some of my money.
Where are you buying the house at?
T90 Washington.
T90 Washington. Is that like a robot?
No, it's like a billbot. And right now, just so everybody knows, I'm missing my son's football award banquet. But his mom didn't text me till 20 minutes ago to tell me that it was tonight. So, hey,
Yeah, I feel man, you should have gone.
I didn't know till I was already on my way home. So,
How far away is it?
20 minutes.
That's not cool. She didn't tell you.
It's typical. Pretty damn typical.
What is he gonna get some awards?
Probably. I would guess most improved player, probably.
Yeah, because you said he was killing it.
Yep.
Bert Riggin.
I am using OBS Studio Riggin. It doesn't have to do with OBS.
Wait, when did you change your name from Robert to Bert? That seems a little bit more risky.
He's using another. He has 2 accounts.
Oh, that's more.
He's got a review.
Oh.
Very, very risque of you, Bert.
So what's up?
Not shit, man. Hey, how was your guys' thanks? I know we talked. You guys said it was good, but how's your Thanksgivings? Thanksgivings is.
I'll let everybody else go first.
Anybody? Anybody wants to say how their Thanksgivings is was?
Thanksgiving
was
is
good.
good.
What's your favorite thing for Thanksgiving?
Mine
I'm gonna
is,
wait for Bill to start.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine. I'll wait. I want to see what everybody else says.
My favorite part of Thanksgiving is fucking turkey sandwiches afterwards.
Turkey sandwiches.
Leftovers.
Hell yeah.
What about
Damn
you?
Skippy.
What about you, young Eric?
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce, huh? I've never had cranberry sauce.
It's what?
I've just never had it, man.
That's a lie.
Swear to God, nothing.
You lying motherfucker.
Never been on the dinner table, if you ask me. For real, I never tried it.
Don't you live in Merca?
Yeah, but I never tried it.
It's a staple for us in Jersey because most cranberries that are made that come in the U.S. are all from the cranberry bogs in South Jersey.
Really? I didn't know that. So it's like the state fruit then, huh?
No, I'm the state fruit, bitch.
Yeah, you are a fruit.
Well, no, you beat us to the punch on that one.
Yes, he did.
I'd say I don't really like turkey, so Thanksgiving's not exactly my favorite. I like the stuffing, and I like the green bean casserole. That shit's my favorite. So, other than that, that's about what I like for Thanksgiving.
Stuffing. No, I like right after Thanksgiving. You know what? You get that turkey, you throw some turkey on some bread. You get some stuffings on there, a little bit of cranberry juice or the cranberry sauce on top of it, and then a little bit of spicy mustard. Hell yeah.
That's good shit.
That's the shit right there.
I guess I'll have to try it next year. Make some cranberry sauce. Shit.
You don't even have to make it. You just buy it in a can and
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's good to go.
yeah.
It's good to go, baby.
It's
Have you ever had cranberry juice?
Yeah, I like cranberry juice. Only when
Okay, it's like jelly made out of cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Sometimes talking to Steven is like talking to my teenage kid. I just gotta say.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I like cranberry juice when I get my yeast infections, and that's about it. But I guess it would help at Thanksgiving too, so that's cool.
What is that damn movie?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
No. The guy orders cranberry juice. He goes, "What, you got your period?"
Oh, that's a. I know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's with Leonardo DiCaprio and the other dude. He's like
One of the best movies ever made, too. I can't remember.
Divergent.
No. God damn it. Jack Nicholson.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, that's it.
The Michael
It takes
Keaton
place in
Batman.
Boston.
Yep, and it has Mark Wahlberg in it.
Hey, that's the movie where the guy met that other guy and they done that thing in that place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then they steal the other thing from that other
Yeah.
place.
The Departed.
Yeah. What?
The Departed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Knew it. That's exactly what I said.
Yep.
Knew that it was.
Yeah, that was a fucking great movie.
Yeah, and at the ending you find out Epstein didn't kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he sure as fuck
Yeah.
didn't.
I think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself though.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I wish Bill Cooper would.
Hey,
Who
you
said?
ain't trust me, you're not the beneficiary on my life insurance policy, so that's okay.
Oh, is it your other fucking son, Dad?
Yeah.
Well, me and Gina have a running joke because between the police department and paramedics and stuff, I'm worth about $2.5 million dead.
Oh
So I'm
wow.
worth more dead than alive.
Well, I could have told
Where
you that.
Where exactly do you live?
Yeah, right.
Who, me?
I'm gonna push Bill down steps.
So you can split the money with my wife.
Well, I could get one too, but
Bill,
So-
we're just giving you a hard time.
yeah, I would never
Yep.
kill you that way at least.
I would only.
Nope.
If Steven tried to do that to you, I'd fucking shove a knife down his eyeball. Don't worry.
Okay. They won't try and kill me. They just spread lies about me. I'm racist. I'm gay. I'm old. I'm none of those
Lies.
things.
Bill, I read all that stuff about you on the front page of the New Yorker. I know it's real.
Wrong redhead.
Oh, wrong redhead.
Hey, I gotta ask Philly. He put something in the chat. How do you like that throne tank? I've heard a couple people talking about that thing, the air and the throne, whatever it is.
I don't think I've seen the drone tank.
Well, it's a throne tank and it takes billet box RBAs,
Oh, that's cool.
which is kind of a cool idea. It really is.
Well, that's just like the Steam Tuners one. They had an RTA that took billet box things, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they had one.
Steam Tuners made a bridge for the borough.
I think that's the one that I had, maybe. I don't know. I didn't really like the billet box that much, though.
I don't know. I'm thinking about I think the next thing I'm gonna buy is probably that black wormhole for for my dwarf.
Well, what do you guys? Well, Eric can't really show us because he's hidden behind What are you guys vaping right now?
I'm spoiled tonight. I got my here we go. Let's flip it around.
Spartan.
My Spartan with the Vauban. I got my little Aegis Boost pod with the rebuildable RTA on top. And I think my fetch. I'm running 2 pods tonight.
What about you?
I didn't have time to build anything, and I didn't want to build on screen like that. I don't want to make it look like I'm staring at my dink all night.
That was a shot at me.
Yep. All we see is that fucking visor.
Well, nobody sees me but you guys, so because of this new thing I'm using.
Incognito. What about you, Mr. Mark? What are you rocking?
Tonight I have the wick on EGN, and I have the Flay Vivo 22 on my dot squad.
That's
nice.
You like
that door?
You like the Flay Vivo?
Yeah, it's solid, Daddy.
Yeah, I just reviewed that recently. I
You like it?
Yeah, I'm not rocking it right now, but I got it right here.
Is that the 22 or the 24? The 22?
22.
Yeah, the airflow is a lot smoother on the Evo than it is the Flay 22.
Yeah, it's a lot
At
more.
least I think it is.
It's a lot nicer, I think. I know we can't see you, Eric, but are you still in Newports or what?
Still on Newports. We've got the band still going, so.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
One day.
One day.
One day. One day.
Well,
that band's about kicked everybody's ass.
Yep.
Has there been any progress against it?
Nope. In fact, because originally they had said, oh, well, guess what, guys? When we find out what exactly is causing people to die, we might change this thing. And then when the shit came out, even though we already knew that it was the vitamin E acetone, when it came out, they just doubled down and banned vitamin E acetate in anything as well.
See, I think that's fucked
Did you
up.
see? Did you see what fucking Kentucky did? Someone put a picture of it on Facebook. They had a big billboard that showed a rattlesnake and a vape, and it said one of these things is poisonous, the other one is a rattlesnake. I was like, what the fuck?
From a state that can barely read them, so you have that kind of sign.
Yeah.
And they have to use pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, they have to use pictures. I mean,
hey, Philly in the chat, just let you know, if you like the way that Spartan looks, you gotta fucking grab one, man. That thing hits like a truck.
full of dildos.
Dildos.
It hits like a train hauling Abram tanks.
Hey, you guys ever vape this e-juice line?
Oh my god.
Fucking Lost Art Liquids. I started on that shit, man. That grape white is so good.
Yeah, man, that grape white's fucking banging right now. It's like, I think it might. I hate to say this, and I know that we would hate to hear me say this, but I think it's better than Keep It 100, man.
Oh yeah, Lost Art's been around a long time. They were actually back in the day when all the first vape shit started up with August 8th. Lost Art Liquids was the only vape juice company that hired their own lawyer to go after the government about vape juice.
Well, I think more e-juice companies should follow along that path, man.
Is it better than a menthol cigarette, though?
I would have to
Hell
say
yeah.
a major yes.
Oh.
I know a lot of.
Just what flavors did you get, Steve?
I bought a sample pack, and it came with Slaughter Pop. I think it's OGB, Space Rocks, Cottontail Cream, and then the grape white. But I don't know, man. I like the Cottontail Cream. And I like the grape white one.
Yeah, they have another flavor called Strawberry Strike. It actually tastes exactly like the old strawberry flavored Big League Chew bubble gum. Tastes exactly like it, and it is so good. But the only problem is you're going to be changing your cotton every 4 hours.
See, that's why I kind of like these two flavors because they're really clear and they don't really ruin the cotton at all. But I will say that the grape white one to me tastes like the Jolly Rancher, and it's really good.
Yeah, the grape white is so fucking good. It ain't even funny.
Yeah, but I think I might have bought the wrong one though because this is the Max VG. I think I wanted to buy the one that's not Max VG.
You think?
Yeah.
Yes, I think. I don't know, but I think.
Yeah, I had a really weird dream about Bill the other night. He was in you see for those of you who don't know, my son's mixed, right? And in my dream, Bill was in our front yard with a burning cross and a hood on his head. It was the weirdest dream.
Yeah, we need to stop that because I'm not a racist and that's getting old.
For who? Not for me.
I think it's hit Bill's nerve. No, I think that might have been a dream, but it could have been real, I guess. But
Bill's like, all right, bye. Fuck you both. Although I would take that. Bill's pretty attractive for his age. I will say that.
Yeah, I think he looks pretty cute today.
He does. Those glasses just make me want to
butter me up.
Well,
take him down a few notches. I've seen his blood pressure went up a little bit.
Oh yeah, be careful there.
The veins not sticking out in his forehead. He's not that bad yet.
Not yet. Close.
So we got to take it out on the chat.
The chat's okay for a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. They are. But I do have a subject change. One of the reasons I got Mark here is because I wanted to discuss the Toys for Tots charity waffle is going on again this year, and I want to see if anybody in the chat wants to get behind it. We already have a ton of sponsors. You know what? Enter the contest because we got so much shit coming out.
Yeah,
I can give a list.
Squid Industry just got on board. Mac from Cyclone's back. Bill, I sent you.
I'm gonna pop it in the chat rather than read it because it'll take forever.
I'm sorry.
I'm in the process of editing. Hold on, let's see. I'm trying to edit this so I can put it in the chat and everybody will see see who the sponsors are.
So this is the same as last year?
We're running it a little bit different this year. We're still going to have multiple prize packs, but they're not all going to be identical.
Sure.
Just for the state of the industry right now, there's so many people hurting that, a lot of juice suppliers and vape shop owners couldn't really afford to do 5 identical lines or 5 identical mods or anything like that. So we're just asking people to send what they can. And, I think it says something for our community because a lot of the juice suppliers that are in this year, they're hurting. I've talked to them and their sales nationally are down anywhere from 60 to 80% for the past 3 months. There's at least 2 of them I know that's thinking about shutting the doors for good. There's a vape shop owner and I was talking to him one night, and in an entire day, he done like $16 in sales. Jeez. Not profit, $16 in sales. And, these guys are still reaching down, and without a moment's hesitation, they're just, I'll send something. It may not be the full line, but I'll still send something.
So who does it benefit?
Pardon?
Who does this go towards? I guess I don't.
All the proceeds go directly to Toys for Tots.
Oh,
there's a link that you click on, and the money goes directly to Toys for Tots. And we get an email. Every $5 counts as an entry, and we tally up however many times you've entered. And this year, I think we're going to do it the day after Christmas. We're going to have our drawing.
That's pretty awesome. I like to hear that, man. That's a great thing.
I mean, it's, the winning the vape gear and all that, that's just like a bonus. The main thing is help the kids. There's a lot of kids that aren't going to have a Christmas this year, especially kids whose parents are in the vape industry that are hurting right now. And another thing I've been asking, especially this year, is you see our list of sponsors. I know you're entering into the contest, but try to give back a little bit to them. Buy a couple bottles of juice off of them, buy some wire, just give them a little something, because they've been so generous to give something that they couldn't afford to give. So let's give back to them too.
Agreed.
Yes, I think it's a very worthy thing of them to do. So,
yeah, Phoenix was involved last year, but obviously we shut down in August. So, yeah, it's a great thing, though. I mean, Toys for Tots was a big reason I had Christmases. So,
it sucks also that all these vape shops are affected like that too, though. Even just looking at Phoenix, man, what they had to go through before they had to close sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah, I mean, even though some of the bans are being lifted and they're being fought, I mean, they're still reeling from it, because as soon as the threat of the ban hit, a lot of shops got scared and they dumped their juice for like $5 a bottle, and everybody done what people normally would. They went out and they bought a 6-month supply of juice. And now, the bans are lifting in some places, but juice still isn't moving because people don't need to buy any. And, these people that manufacture, they're having to wait, 6 months, 7 months till this juice supply runs out, and hope that they still have a business when the customers come back.
I agree. I mean, you know what? I say it's sad, but honestly, if they were banning it here in Vegas, I would probably do the same thing, though. So I can't fault anyone. I would probably do the same thing if they said, all right, all flavors are getting banned. I would probably go to my favorite juice shop and just fucking snatch up everything I can get my hands on.
Right.
Even juices I don't like, because I trade them with other people for juices I do like.
Yeah.
Well, when they put that panic in you, man, you do whatever you can to get the juice that you like, what you want to have in the future, just in case it ain't there, which sucks. But
I mean, it's human nature. Everybody in here would have done the exact same thing. $5 for 120 ml of juice. Yeah, we would have ran out and bought it.
You can't beat that deal. But it sucks because those shops are taking. Well, do you think they're taking a massive loss on it?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sucks.
No, it's a loss, but I don't think it's massive, because I've seen the purchase orders at my vape shop, and they're snatching up bottles of fucking e-juice for fucking $8 a bottle.
All right, so
at cost. So, I mean, they are taking a loss, but I don't think it's a huge loss.
well, I
I
guess
mean, but if you go to someone like the size of Phoenix, they probably got hurt by that because that's where I'm at. It's a tiny little shop. It's Vegas. You know, it's it sucks. It really does. But I only know the small shops in town. So a big shop like Phoenix Vapor is probably going to take a lot more of a hit than the guy I know.
That's a good point.
But I think it just depends on how many shops are in your area. I mean, if there's only one or two shops in your town, those guys are probably they're probably struggling, but they're still eking through. But, the areas that have one on every corner, we're probably going to see some doors shutting. And it's sad.
Well,
Jay said it, like Jay said in the chat. Yeah, like Jay said in the chat, he lost a lot of money in the past 2 months with sales. And I know Jay is probably hurting on two different sides of this because I had a long talk with Tony at the show in Vegas. And he told me, he goes, a lot of the people don't even want to send stuff for review now. So they're losing money that way, and with YouTube demonetizing most of the vape channels, it's the reviewers are feeling it just as much as the vape shops.
Yeah.
Well, what's up to Jay in the chat? I didn't say what's up, but how you doing, man? But yeah, that's pretty awful when anybody has to take a loss in their business or has to close down a business that you put so much time into, so much effort into, and just to have it taken away over one law for, they don't even have proof behind any of the shit. It just makes it that much worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on Jay's side, now he said he had to shut down one of his brick and mortars, and that sucks and it hurts. I know it does, but at least he has another shop where he can take that stock to that shop, and he can still sell. Maybe not as much, but he has something. A little like side piece where he can move everything over there.
Still major losses on that. Let me ask you guys something a little bit off topic, but when you go stock up on juice, how long does it last to where it stays about as good as that it's supposed to taste like, vape like, and look? Because sometimes you leave juice in the wrong spot. It comes out looking a little bit darker, a little bit less, it doesn't taste the same.
I think the Nick has a shelf life of like a year, and you can extend that a little bit by storing it in the fridge.
Yep.
Or in cool, dry place. Make sure the sun doesn't touch that so it doesn't synthesize the nick in there.
Like Bill's sense of humor.
Yeah. Can't find it.
Now, have you guys heard about Vape Radio?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
They shut down.
They did?
Yep.
I didn't hear they shut down. Wow.
Yeah, they had their last cast. What was it? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so. I think Friday was the last one.
All right.
Why did they shut down for?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I just saw Rod's post about it and saying farewell to everybody.
Yep. I saw that same post. They said it was the last. It was the last show they're doing.
I'd say it has something to do with the way the industry's going.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I had to guess, they probably rely a lot on advertising and sponsorships, and with the industry struggling, then those kind of things aren't going to happen.
That's what I like about this live stream is the only thing I have invested in this is an hour or so out of my time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find the live show to be enjoyable. I've never made any profit off my channel, so it's never been like I'm going to shut down just because I don't make anything. It would be nice to be rewarded for my time and effort, but right. I understand that that's most likely not going to happen anymore. But that's something I've already come to terms with.
I did have a long discussion with me and one of the guys from Vandy Vape, Roy. who does my V Pro, and Steven Z. We were sitting and talking, and I explained to them. I said the way of the YouTube reviewer, I believe, is going to be a thing of the past. What I see it turning into is the Facebook reviewer. So people doing their reviews for YouTube, but posting them on Facebook because of the simple fact, granted they came down hard on us, but we still have our private groups. There's nothing in the Facebook policies about reviewing merchandise, regardless of whether it's a vape or anything else. So I can see it becoming more of a Facebook reviewer than a YouTube reviewer. That's just my thought. I don't know if maybe Jay has that same thought or what he feels. I'd like his opinion on that, but I think that's the way it's going to go, is kind of like how I became the resident reviewer for Squonk Life. I think each Facebook group is going to start taking on their own resident reviewer, and that's where they're going to do their advertising and their posting of their videos.
Well, I think if you have a big enough channel already, I think you'll be cool. I think you'll be all right because I think you have the subscribers to back you up, support you, and I mean, if people are still getting sent stuff, I'm sure they're still going to put reviews out. But if it comes down to all the bigger reviewers having to buy their own stuff or buy everything, they're not going to do that, I bet. You know what I mean? There are some reviewers that will. I'm not saying everybody, but
Jay will.
That's what he buys a lot of stuff, so I could see him doing it too. Myself, I buy all my stuff. I get a few things sent to me here and there, so I'll continue. But
I agree.
I think that as far as people just starting now, I don't know if it's really worth starting now. I think it's a little bit too late. But
I mean, I like Bert said, Robert Reagan said in the thing, the platform is even more locked down than YouTube. Yes and no, because the reason why is like I can post my reviews in Squonk Life because that is a private group. That is an 18 and over group. So Facebook doesn't really bust our nuts. And I've seen a lot of reviewers, throw their reviews in a lot of the groups and they never get taken down. I've never heard of one person getting their review taken down in a Facebook group.
I've never had one of mine taken down. I post them in my group. I've never had them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never seen where they bust your nuts because a couple of times I've dropped the F-bomb. I've cursed multiple times.
Also, I see people still putting prices next to the things they're selling, and it just seems like no one ever gets in trouble for it either. So I feel like that was a massive scare tactic thing. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess if it's a private group, I mean, what are they really going to do to you? I mean, if it's not a public, open to kids, open to underage, I don't think they really mess with you. But
I mean, and like Jay said, the companies aren't making much shit anymore. And as much as I hate to say it, me being a smaller channel, I have to review what I get. And one of the things that drives me crazy is all these, Chinese companies are fucking lemmings. So one company makes a damn pod and every one of them go, oh, we got to release a pod. We got to release a pod. And next thing you know, because I get sponsored by a couple of these Chinese companies, I got 5 fucking pods sitting on my bench waiting to be reviewed.
yeah,
That's why I did the TVO thing and just fucking lumped them all together.
I just don't like pods. I can't go that route. I've tried to use pods and it ain't for me. So,
well, let me ask Bill. Mainstream vapors, average Joe vapor, they're going out and they're buying the Vandy Vape and the Smock and Osmosis and the Chinese drippers and mods. And if all these companies go over to pods and the only mods that's left is high end, something that the average vapor isn't going to use, what's that going to do to the YouTube reviewers? Because there's only so many times you can review a pod. I mean, there's only so much you can say.
But exactly what you're talking about is where vaping was 10 years ago. That's exactly where it was, where you could either go get some mainstream Chinese shit, or you can go find a private Facebook group and spend $300 to $400 on a Squonk mod. And that's the way it was 10 years ago. We're actually repeating ourselves. We're now to that point again where it's either you're going to pay for a nice high-end mod or you're going to go to the vape shop and buy Smock or Asmodus or something like that.
But you know what? I think this, and this is just my opinion, but I have a lot of high end devices, and I'm not saying that mainstream's bad, but I can see like even this device right here is the first mainstream device I bought in a while. Was this, and when I'm
That
hitting
thing looks fucking huge.
That
it
thing
is
sucks fucking dick too.
asshole, and when you hit it, sometimes it'll just cut out when you're trying to hit it. Like you'll be vaping, and it just like the power cuts out, or it doesn't even like the power doesn't work at all sometimes, and that's what you're forced to buy is stuff like this or high end. I mean, I'm not saying every single one of them is like this, but that's kind of what you're left with is the same old shit that's not made that great, or you can go spend a lot of money on something that you know is going to be a little bit more reliable, may last you a little bit longer, and it's going to look better. But that's basically where I'm at right now with everything too. So
Yeah, it's you know, and there's random shops like I when I was at the Vegas show, I was talking to Matt Bennett, and he told me there's a couple of shops that have actually bought 10 of his mods at a time and put them in their place. But honestly, how many shops do you go into where you see high-end gear? I mean, now by no stretch, I'm not going to define high-end gear, but Matt Bennett makes some really nice mods and they're kind of expensive. What vape shop is able to maintain that kind of stock? That's really, really high-end. And the way Matt sells it, even at wholesale prices, there's not a whole lot of meat left on the bone there when you sell that mod.
Yeah.
I guess maybe his company, that person's name out there, I guess, even if he's not making a fuck ton off of it.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting the name out there, but still, that's, you know, not being just to throw numbers out there. Even if he sells his mods $180, I mean, retail they're $225. You're lucky, you know, if someone's going to come in and pay that much. Number one, you know, so it's a tough one. I mean, that's a really, really expensive dust collector.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody's going to buy it right away. It's not like he's got a line out the door, everybody waiting for Matt Bennett Customs.
The only shop near me that still has anything remotely high end is Vapor 42 in Bristol, but they only keep a really low inventory. I mean, they'll only buy like one or two of everything, just that way they don't have that much sitting in. But at the same time, they still have the what was it, Vape Fly Pin Dad? No, the bomber tank or the pin.
This thing right here.
Yeah, they still have one of those in stock from back in the day.
Well,
I turned around and my vape shop, he told me, he goes, I need some high-end stuff. And I was like, all right, I got something in my collection sitting here collecting dust. I'll give it to you. And I gave him a serial matching rig pig with the RDA. And it was the original brass. That thing looked like it was brand damn new. And it was serial numbered 018. And everybody's like, holy crap, where did you get that? And it had the matching Addy, everything. So we put it in his case. That thing sat there for 8 months before some random guy who happened to walk in knew what the hell it was and then tried to haggle price. So it was like, this ain't a Facebook group, dude. And I told him, I was like, it's got to go for $225 minimum. And he was trying to give me $175 for it. I was like, no. I said, you can let it sit. And he came back 2 hours later and bought it anyway. But still, that thing sat there for months.
See, I think,
and that's a highly collectible mod.
If you're a shop, I think one of the only ways you're going to be able to afford to have mainstream in your shop is to have an online store too. That way, it gets across, across different states, and you can sell it faster. But if you just have it sitting in your storefront, I mean, if you have lucky enough to have a customer that walks in that knows what it is, I guess you can sell a few, but it's going to be very hard to sell a lot of high-end stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it all depends on what the market in your area is for, too. I mean, what do they want? Yeah, I live in a backwoods town. Our movies just started talking last year. And
sounds like where I grew up.
It sounds like West Virginia, man.
So,
But I mean,
I'm gonna throw a side note on this. Let's pump piss all over the whole thing now. So here's the thing. Right now, the FDA and the government is going after our flavors and all that stuff. So say they don't win. And next thing they're going to do is they're going to turn around and they're going to go into a vape shop and they're going to go, oh, look at this. That's a mechanical mod. That's got a direct connection to the battery. That's unsafe. And then it's going to be a whole new fight. That's the one thing people don't realize is, granted, they've gone after the nicotine. They've gone after our flavors. Next, they're going to start going after our mods because there's already a precedent set with idiots putting smoke tanks on top of a mechanical mod or a tube mod or a hybrid mod. And you have these idiots that are already statistics. And that's going to be their next weapon to come after us. Watch and see. I'm calling it now.
You can't be pumping piss on people, Will. That's a crime. You know what I mean? That's
well, that's why I'm scared about these high-end mods. If they do make it into shops, all it takes is one person to look in there and go, oh, wow, that's just two pieces of metal connecting to a really fucking dangerous battery. And next thing you know, that's going to be the new thing that the FDA is going to be coming at us with, going, well, that's unsafe. That needs to go through, electrical testing and all this other shit. And then you're going to have that little CE logo on the bottom of every package that it's been electrically tested. No.
I feel like they've already kind of come at them, though, really. I mean, I feel like they would have already done something, but I could be wrong. I mean, I guess.
Well, I think it was because we backed off of that because we slapped that down right away. A lot of people were, on every time they posted one of those stories, there was 50 people in there going, A, he put the wrong mod on it. B, on battery safety. Oh, there might have been a nick in it. He didn't know what he was doing. You need to be educated, especially like the kid in Texas who, wound up with a piece of glass in his throat and all that stuff. He went into the shop in that story and asked the shop owner, can I put this tank on this mod? And he goes, no, you cannot. It is unsafe. It is dangerous. Let me sell you this mod. The kid didn't have the money for the atomizer that he wanted. So he went outside and to get his vape groove on, whatever he did, he threw that smoke tank on that fucking hybrid tube anyway. Even after he was told in the shop, don't fucking do it. Yeah. So there's people out there who are going to do unsafe shit like this, and it's going to make us look bad. That's going to be their next weapon that they come at us with if we can get past the flavor ban.
Well, I think there's nothing you can really come to expect or hope out of the government towards the vape industry. So I think it's always just cross your fingers and hope for the best, basically.
Agreed.
And to answer your question, I think what Wendy means is they're creating an underground pathway for people as far as how to get juice and equipment and stuff like that. There's a lot of people prepping for this.
If that's how it has to be, that's what the government wants it to be. They want it to be so hard for you to get anything at a reasonable price and be able to find it. Just if that's what's going to end up happening, there's going to be an underground place for people who want to vape and want to vape the flavors they like, and they're going to be able to find it somehow. I mean, I'm not going to give up vaping, so if I have to find it that way, I will too. But
I disagree with Wendy. Little by little, stop stocking up on the old school pens and AIOs. I completely disagree. The reason why I do is I believe the future is right here. Mechanical mods, because if you have a battery, cotton, and some Kanthal wire, you are good to go. Those AIOs, if you have a board that malfunctions, you're screwed. You don't have a company to send it back to anymore. You don't have any customer service, any warranty. So I think the best way to go is all mechanical for everything.
You know what my motto is? You want to know what my motto is?
Fuck a sheep.
Sure.
Well, that's my second motto, but my first motto, this is 100% mine. I created it. Vaping is the future, and the future is now.
You said that right before you got dry knuckles, didn't you?
Yes, I made that up. I trademarked it. It was mine.
And
so his first motto is "Fuck your sheepster." I mean sister. I mean sheep.
And then
vaping is the future. Future. All right, gotcha.
Also,
Vaping is the future, and the future is food chai.
Food chai.
Steve also invented dildo transportation.
Mainly in trucks.
Trucks full of dildos.
Yeah. They got to hit
Trucks
home.
full of dildos with a big cow catcher on the front.
Yes.
Exactly. Yep.
You know how to ask a girl out in West Virginia? Hey, sis, get in the truck.
What is it?
Hey, sis, get in the truck.
Oh, I was going to say, you just tell her how bad she is. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, you guys. That is true, but you know what? It's just a way of life, okay? It's a lifestyle. The lifestyle choice.
I don't think it was a choice. I think you were born into it. Were you born there?
We are related, so I guess it is kind of a born into thing. You know?
The whole state's related.
Yeah. And we're actually just the western part of Virginia. We're not even really a state, to be honest.
You know what I don't understand about West Virginia? There are places in West Virginia you can look east and see Virginia.
Well, hey, there's not too many Rhodes Scholars here, okay?
I didn't think there was any Rhodes Scholars.
Beautiful Mind, that guy was a genius. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but he was from West Virginia.
They lied.
Oh. I mean, he was crazy, but he was still somewhat smart, I guess. But yeah, if you guys want to use my motto in the future, you can. I don't mind. You guys have permission from me. You guys want to
Do we have to throw the vaping is the future? Do we have to do that?
And the future is now.
Nah, man. I told you guys he changed.
Now. And then you got a freeze frame where your face is all like.
Bill, you do that anyway.
Yeah, this is true. It's a Jersey thing. I constantly smell. I constantly have a look on my face like somebody farted next to me.
Well, I was kind of hoping you would freeze in that face. That was a good face. I liked it. It was nice. It was cute.
Cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do that, but
Uh-oh.
what?
I think I got my brain working over here in this dead moment. But I think, Mark, you and I need to talk after the show. I have an idea that I want to run past you.
Oh, great. Tell him no, even with Vaseline.
Yes.
You have to buy me a steak first, Bill.
Well, you might want to hear him out. He doesn't have very many ideas, so you might want to hear him out. I mean, it's a rare thing.
Yeah, no, it's something to do with the waffle. I think I have an idea to kind of
Like a Waffle House?
give it a little kick in the ass, get it moving.
Waffle House.
I think Bill's sick of us. I think he doesn't like us anymore.
Yeah, Waffle House. Coffee. The only time you can go in a Waffle House is if you're fucking drunk, okay?
Yeah.
There's no sober people in a Waffle House, ever.
Or Denny's.
Yeah, this is true. Even in Jersey, we used to hit Denny's at like 3 a.m. after partying.
Not all it's good for.
Get me some pizza fries.
I used to know a girl who worked there that let me hit it in the freezer.
Sounds about right for Denny's.
Could you even find it while you were in the freezer? I mean, hello, shrinkage.
Well, you should just turn it off. I fucked on a pile of what's that shit called? Steak,
Hash
but
browns?
it's breakfast steak. What's it called? Country fried steak.
Country fries.
I was thinking because if you put me in a freezer, mine looks like a stack of dimes. It's all good though.
Way too much information, Bill. Now I can't sleep tonight. My fucking.
How many dimes is that? A stack of 2?
Like 3
Yeah,
or 4.
it's hey.
You're a
I'm
dime,
like it's
Bill.
like a piece of white rice. It's not even long grain. It's just the little white shit like orzo.
It's okay. I'll admit I have a tiny dick, but It's whatever.
Well, hey, look at this cool pen I got.
That's a lot bigger than my
Nice.
dick is. I just noticed he was trying to
Oh
change
my
the subject, so I had to.
I was trying to lighter note.
What time is it? Oh shit! It's already 7.
It's almost 10.
If anyone's tuning in right now, they're like, "What? Where is Eric? Where is he?"
It's almost what? It's almost 10. Where, did he say it's almost 10? What?
Ice came in and picked up Eric.
Yeah.
Well, I was married to a Mexican. We're divorced now, though. Wait, you said
They
Ice,
took him
right?
back to Portugal.
Wait, did you take her last name?
No, my last name is the whitest last name in ever.
Oh,
Did you
I didn't
forget?
know. Man. I don't remember anything I just said.
Miller is my last name.
Oh yeah, there it is. Hey, so you guys seen this thing yet? The Hellfire Saber.
No.
Not up
That's
close.
actually really nice.
Well, the first one they sent me, I don't know if you saw pictures in my group, was fucking jacked up.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
They did send me another one. I do got to send the other one back, unfortunately. I feel like since they sent me a janky ass one, I should get to keep it, but I don't. I have to send it back, but that's fine. I don't mind. But they did send me like this cool pen, so I guess that makes up for my time and effort and pain and
You
suffering.
got a pen so you can handwrite them a letter.
Yeah. And they did send me this, even though I don't drink. Fucking bottle opener. So I guess that makes up for it. But I can't find a very good build for this thing right now. I don't know what
For what?
for the Hellfire Saber.
I love my my Hellfire Strike, but that thing's a bitch to build on.
This thing's a little bit testy too. But hey, when you have ever touched your Hellfire products, isn't the metal usually rounded off?
Yes.
I mean,
it's not sharp.
no, this one is sharp as fuck, man.
Did they tell you to send the other one back?
Yeah, I got to send the other one back, but even this one, man, it's like they're pointy. They're not. It doesn't feel like a Hellfire product. I don't know. It almost feels like really lackluster. I don't really like how the top cap looks either. I don't know if you've seen like the design.
I could say something, but I don't want to sound like an asshole. And I know there's a couple Hellfire fans in the chat, but
Does that have
my
SXK wrote on the bottom?
What is it?
Wasn't that SXK wrote on the bottom?
Yeah. Oh, look, I have this. This is the only other Hellfire product I have, if I can find it.
my problem is I think Hellfire rushed to put that saber out.
I feel that way too, man. Because I have this Hellfire product, the Mav T, and I mean, this thing was like immaculate. Nothing was sharp. Nothing was pointy. I mean, everything about this was what I would expect out of what I hear about them. And then I got this product, and it feels almost like it's lacking in any type of. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this RDA at all.
I'm loving this right now. This thing I think is the coolest little thing. Here, watch. I'll pop the top so you can see the insides. On a pod. That little thing is badass.
What is it?
It's great. This is the Aegis Boost. I got the RBA section for it. But it looks like, look at it. It's like a fucking RDTA deck.
Let me see it.
Pod?
What? This is the Geek Vape Aegis Boost, and that's the build deck right there.
So wait, do you have to use Nick salts with that, or can you use just regular e-juice?
You can use either one depending on how you build it. I have it built kind of, it's, what am I running at? I'm running at 0.6 ohms at 22 watts. So
That sounds like my kind of vape, man.
yeah, I just put a different drip tip on it because the drip tip they gave was just a straight little cap drip tip, and I didn't think it was that good.
I just realized that Steve's normal vape is what I vape for Nick Salts.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, like what, above 0.4?
Or 0.6-ish, 0.7-ish, usually.
Now, it vapes good though, right?
Yeah.
For certain
Yeah, 0.6 and over, I do Nick Salts. Anything under 0.6, I do my 3 milligram.
So wait, Mark, what's your regular vape? What do you like?
I vape 3 milligram, and if I'm doing Nick Salts, I use. I found it at the expo in Tampa. It's California grown e-liquid sub-ohm salts, and you can vape like a 12 milligram or an 18 milligram Nick Salt in a sub-ohm tank, and it feels just like you're vaping 0 or 3.
Really? But I mean, what wattage do you vape at? I mean,
right now I'm using a mech, but if I'm using regulated, I do about 45 watts, 45 to 50 watts on about a 0.25, 0.26 build.
because I think that's kind of like what Bill likes too, right?
Well, that's kind of close to me too.
Yeah.
What are you at, Eric? Because I know you kind of mix between the both.
Yeah, when I do sub-ohm, I'm usually building like a 0.6 at 10 watts. And then if I'm doing a regulated, I'm doing a 0.25 at anywhere from 55 to 75, somewhere in that range, depending on the juice. And because some juice I like a little bit hotter, and other juice I like a little bit cooler. So somewhere in that range.
So
I cheated because I grabbed Nick Salt for the fetch because I like my my Sad Boy Shamrock cookies. Shout out Philly. And what I did was I grabbed a bottle of the Nick Salts, and then I grabbed a bottle of the regular Freebase in a 0. And I mix it 50-50 to drop it down to about 12. And that's what I vape in this fetch. It's a 0.4 ohm coil, and it's 0.4 ohm coil, and I'm running it at 20 watts.
So wait, I mean, higher VG can handle more heat, right?
Correct.
And then, but I mean, you can still vape at lower wattages, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like, the reason I ask this is because usually I don't go for max VG, but when I picked up these Lost Art liquids, they're the max VG, and I feel like on my low wattage, they don't vape like a normal e-juice that I use.
Yeah, but the only thing you're going to run into is the lower VG or the higher VG, excuse me. If you're running it at a lower wattage, it may gum up your coils faster than it would normally if you're not running it hotter.
Well,
so if you're running it at a lower temperature,
in the juice too.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
It depends on how much sweetener's in the juice too.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably about maybe I don't know if you can be able to see it, but this is probably about 2 days old right now. It really ain't bad, but
no, not bad at all.
It's like the Zen e-liquid. I've went through over 120 mil on one wick and the same coil, and when I got done, it looked just like I'd installed it new.
Damn.
He used very, very, very little sweetener in his juice.
See,
no,
tailored vapes.
I think Billy's talking about Sad Boy Fruit Line.
Of course he is.
I try to use e-liquids that are not too sweet, but
I haven't. Bert put in there about the Saber. I haven't tried the Saber yet, but I know you can. I know Bert's Robert Riggins, the only one in the chat who can understand when I talk about this, the Vauban. I actually really, really like that Addy. It's for my mech vapes. That's become my favorite Addy. I can't freaking put that thing down.
It's not my favorite though. I thought I would really like that one, and the problem with mine is, and it's not really a huge deal. It's not really like it's a deal breaker or nothing, but my airflow pieces fall out every time. So,
did you put the O-rings on them?
Yeah, I got the O-rings on them. They still fall out.
Wow, that's weird.
See, now look, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but see, that's dirt. Can you
Oh,
see
yeah.
it?
Ooh.
That's inside the Hellfire Saber. I would never expect that from him. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the quality of
Yeah. Bert, if you check the one thing, because Bert said it in the chat, the drip tip, Vauban, not Vauban, the Volute Mods, their partner company, Phileas, they actually started making screw down volcano style drip tips. They actually started making special drip tips just for that adage.
Are they partners with Phileas Cloud? Phileas Clouds?
Not Phileas Cloud.
No.
They
Phineas
make
and
these
Ferb?
other mods. It's just Phileas.
Well, that's cool.
Oh,
That being said, I think we're going to call the show now. But before we do call the show, hey, where'd Bill go?
I don't know.
He left.
He didn't like what I had to say. He just left, just bounced.
What'd you say? I had to pee.
I just said I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to bounce. Getting ready to call
He
it.
forgot to put another quarter in the internet.
Yeah.
Good, because maybe I can go make a little bit of my son's awards banquet.
Yeah, let's call it. You can do that. I guess Bill was just fed up with us. I guess he's just tired of us. Oh, there he is. Everyone be quiet.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. All of a sudden, my screen went blank, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mark said you forgot to put quarters in your internet.
Forgot to feed the hamster.
Yeah.
Bill's like herpes. You're not going to get rid of him that easy.
Yeah, we've learned that. That's for sure. So,
All right.
That's odd, because Bill has herpes.
Yep. Can't get rid of them.
I don't have herpes. I have.
I was waiting for him to say, I have Steve and Eric.
I got the combo. I got the Syphagana herpes.
We're all you ever need there, Bill. Me and Eric will keep you on your toes, really.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll call you racist just to piss you off and have you tell us it got old.
Now we found that little piece of your armor that makes you angry.
Yep.
It's like having two more sons.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, Eric's got the Coopers, so
That's true.
Hey, Carlos said you're using your neighbor's internet. Is that true, Bill?
No, I have my own Wi-Fi, but it sucks. Now, my problem is I live in Vegas, and these old houses, I live in an older neighborhood where we actually still have front yards and backyards.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is because of the heat in the summertime and the cold in the wintertime, they actually have fucking cement in the walls. It's like, so the Wi-Fi signal doesn't make it back to this. This is a back spare bedroom that I use for my office and shit like that.
I always thought that you were in the basement of a Chick-fil-A.
No, because I'm online on Sundays.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A closed on Sundays.
I thought maybe you rented their basement. But that being said, Mr. Mark Linkus, would you like to tell us one more thing before we head out?
yeah, I'd like to ask everybody, look up Toys for Tots Charity Waffle on Facebook. Donate. You know, it's for the kids. Help them out. Also support everybody that's donated to it.
Yep.
And you know, it's a tough time for the industry. You know, support your local juice makers, your local B&Ms. Let's just try to keep the money flowing to these guys so we can get through this.
Sure.
And check out Squonclife on Facebook. Subscribe to Cooper's Vaping View because he needs more than 23 subscribers. But he will know that.
I'm over.
He has 23 subscribers, but I guarantee you every one of them will watch it.
Yeah. Hey, that's the good thing about having a smaller channel. I know we're working on them, but you know that when you have a smaller channel, most of them people are going to tune in, you know? I mean, you know that you got a good group there. That's how I always felt when I had a smaller channel. I
Yeah.
mean, my channel's not big now, but I have more subscribers than back then. But I always felt like you're a little bit closer to your subscribers when you have a smaller channel.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but like I said, just
No, I think I hit just
check out-
over 400 now. So
Negative 400.
yep.
That's interesting.
Well, that being said, what do you have to say there, William? What would you like to tell us?
No. That's for Eric and Steve there.
Well,
No, I'd go over, check out the channel. Definitely get on Squonk Life. Those guys are great. You know, and not just because I'm there. It's those guys really are great. My main thing, like Mark said, get on the Toys for Tots charity waffle. Get over there, donate some money. It's for kids. We don't get any of the money for that. We don't even see the money. It doesn't touch our hands. It goes straight through. So definitely check out the Toys for Tots waffle. Carlos, you're always talking about me being gay. Listen, I am not gay. If I were gay, I'd do better than you, so stop hinting, okay?
Bill's not gay, but his husband is.
yes, I am. All right, you guys can't see me, but I'm here. And I'm going to go to my son's football award banquet at 7:12. Goodbye.
10-12.
7:12.
10-12.
7:12.
10-12. Which Facebook group is it in again?
Oh, shit.
Toys for Tots charity waffle.
Are you guys still here?
I mean, but where send me the link. Can you send me the link so I can put it in my Facebook group and put it in underneath this video so people can get the link for that too? If they haven't seen it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, cool. But yes, thanks for being here. It was a pleasure to have you on the show, my friend. And Eric's hidden right now, somewhere in the space, lost of the abyss. Don't know where he's at. Can't find him. Trapped in the closet, as someone would say. He's flipping me off, but none of you can see that. Just to let you guys know.
I can't even see it.
Bill can't even see it. You guys can't see it. I can see it. They can't see it. But yeah.
Maybe that's not his middle finger.
Yeah. That might have been something else. You're right.
It was small.
Well, that being said, at 10:14, at 10:14, at 10:14,
7:14.
at 10:14,
7:14.
goodbye. At 10:14.
7:14.